Next, degree of a polynomial. Let's see what is the degree of a polynomial in the branch of polynomials. Degree. Let's see what exactly the degree is by taking an example problem. For example, I have a polynomial p of x denoted by 3 minus 5x plus 4x cubed minus 7x power 9. Now this is a polynomial of 4 terms, and clearly I see each of the powers of x are whole numbers, therefore it must definitely be a polynomial. It is a polynomial of 4 terms, and let's see what the degree is for this polynomial. The polynomial degree is generally denoted by degree of p of x is how we define, and this is nothing but the highest power of x. So degree of p of x in the most simple language is defined to be the highest value of the power of the variable. So what is the highest value of the power of the variable? As we take in this example problem, p of x, which is 3 minus 5x plus 4x cubed minus 7x raised to 9, I see that the power of variable x here is 0. The power of variable x in the second term is 1, and the power of variable x in the third term is 3, and the power of variable x in the fourth term is 9. So each term has its own variable value. Now here the first term has the power of x 0, the second term with 1, the third term with 3, and the fourth term with 9. Now the definition comes: the degree of the polynomial, the whole of the entire polynomial, is defined to be highest value of the power of the variable. Now, which is the highest value of the power of the variable? We select the powers, and finally I find this to be the highest. This is the highest, and hence this is the degree of the given polynomial, is how we understand the degree of the polynomial p of x. Therefore, degree of the given polynomial p of x is 9, is how we understand in the most simple language. Let's see one more example to understand the concept more stronger. For example, I have p of x is equal to 7. Is it a polynomial? Yes, it is a polynomial. It's a polynomial which is called a monomial because this polynomial has only one term, that is 7. So it is a monomial with its highest power being 0, because this can be written as 7 times 1, 7 times x power 0, which comes out to be 0. So the power of the variable x here is 0, which belongs to w, and hence it is a polynomial. But as you see the definition, the highest value of this entire expression is nothing but the power of the variable x here itself, because there's only one term, and hence degree of p of x is 0. The given polynomial is 0. So what do we understand with this standard example out here? For any constant polynomial, that is a polynomial which is expressed as a constant, its degree is always 0, is the most important learning outcome with this example problem. Therefore, every polynomial which is a constant, or I call this as every constant polynomial has degree 0, is the learning outcome which I make in this example problem. If a polynomial is a constant polynomial, just like p of x equal to 7, then its degree must be 0. It cannot have other than the value 0. Now let's see the coefficients of a polynomial. Now that we have discussed about the degree of a polynomial and the types of polynomials, now comes the question which raises on what would be the constants called in a polynomial. The variable x has its own definition. Similarly, the constant attached to that variable also has its own definition. For example, let's start with coefficients of polynomial. For example, I take the polynomial function p of x is equal to 4x cubed minus 3x squared minus 7x plus 9. Now in this case, it is a polynomial with 4 terms and it has the degree 3 because the highest degree here, or the highest value of the power x, is identified to be 3. So the degree of this polynomial is 3, and it is a polynomial consisting of 1, 2, 3 and 4 terms. Now let's see what are the coefficients. So coefficients for a polynomial are generally the constants which are multiplied or attached to the given variables or to the variables raised to any power. Here I identify the coefficients to be, for x cubed I have a constant 4 which is attached, and for x squared I have the constant attached which is negative 3. Even the sign takes into account. It's important that we take even the negative sign into account. For coefficient of x, the constant attached to x is minus 7 and the constant independent separately is 9. Therefore, here in this example problem, I identify that the coefficients of the polynomial p of x are 4, minus 3, minus 7 and 9 is how we identify the coefficients of the given polynomial. The coefficients are 4, minus 3, minus 7 and 9 for this given polynomial. Coefficients are the real numbers, constants, or the real constants attached to the variables, is how we identify the coefficients for a polynomial. Now let's see some special type of polynomials in the topic of polynomials. The types of polynomials have their own types which we have discussed, but now let's enter into discussing the special types of polynomials. Zero polynomial plays a very vital role in the branch of mathematics. Though its significance is learnt in higher classes, let's discuss its definition as a special case. Special type of polynomial. Let's see what zero polynomial is defined in the topic of polynomials. A polynomial which equals to 0, a constant polynomial whose constant is 0. We know that a constant polynomial is a polynomial which just has its k belonging to R, is called a constant polynomial, k being any real number. If that real number is exclusively the value 0, then this polynomial is called a zero polynomial. Is how we define the zero polynomial with its own definition. P of x equals 0 is called a zero polynomial. Now the coefficient of a zero polynomial is not defined because anything multiplied with 0 is 0. So we have the coefficient itself being 0, So we take it as an exceptional case, and hence it is a special type of the polynomial, which we're going to learn in higher classes. So 0 polynomial is the constant 0 itself. What is its degree? The degree of a constant polynomial is 0, and hence the degree of the 0 polynomial is also 0. Is 0. And moreover, because it has only one term, a 0 polynomial is sometimes called a 0 monomial. It is also called sometimes a 0 monomial because p of x equal to 0 has only one term, which is 0. Therefore, I can call the 0 polynomial as a 0 monomial with degree 0. Is how we understand the concept of the polynomial as a special case, with 0 polynomial being a special case of the polynomials.
If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel to get more videos on CBSE syllabus.